We wrapped up what happened with the farm massacre, and now I had to talk to Sir Radzig to mount a war against these people.
I need you to go to Sir Divish in Talmberg and tell him to send Captain Robard and his men to our aid. There's not enough of us here in the camp.
You can rely on me, sir. What should I tell him?
Tell him to take all his men. Leave only the bare minimum at the castle and march to Pribyslavitz. I'll take everyone but for 1 or 2 sentries. Hopefully together we'll have enough men to defeat them.
Alright, I'll get going.
He basically said we don't have enough men, we have to go see this guy.
Sir Radzig sent me with an important message. He asked for reinforcements.
He needs more men? What's going on?
The bandits and Cumans have set up camp in Pribyslavitz. They're preparing for something. Sir Radzig wants to mount an assault on them, but he doesn't have enough men.
I'm glad to see you, Captain Robard. I hope Henry's explained everything to you.
He did, but I find it hard to believe. Who could possibly put together such a significant military force, and right under our noses?
We'll just have to find out, but I don't think we will until after a battle.
This battle was sick, but it became more and more evident as I was fighting it. I probably should have taken the training.
Line up! No! Don't pursue them! Stay in formation! Let's go! Forward! March! Oh! Morning!
Also, hella confusing on who is who, because I think those guys in the red and white are also on our team, but we're sitting here in red and yellow. I guess people wearing red are on our side, but then there's that guy wearing red. I don't know, this is confusing. People must have had some serious friendly fire moments back in these days. Anyway, I'd hate to be this last guy. The battle continues on up the hill. I failed to deal with the archers, and apparently that had a major consequence because I ended up getting a death screen that just simply said, "Too many soldiers lost." Second time round, I'm doing my job of taking these archers out. The ones with lighter armor, they did begin to run, but I think by hitting them with the arrow it just counted as taking them out. Not really sure. I think the major problem was actually the dudes up higher wearing like the better gear, but either way I still smacked every one of these guys with an arrow except for that guy. You get away. Yeah, that guy, definitely some spinal problems.
your growl, you dogs! Drive them back!
And surprise, surprise, look who's leading these people.
I will cleave you in two, you bastard. You tried before, and yet here I am. What? Who the hell are you? You don't remember me? I remember you, though. Oh, where's my fucking sword?
Yeah, that's right, I beat him first time. I'm kidding, I died the first time. He's got a lot more skill and he's stronger. But the second time... I ain't gonna lie, he's chucking out some moves here, and it was very hard to get through his defense. This is where it became really obvious I really should have taken the free training available to me. And you're not gonna believe this, but I also didn't know there was perks you could apply until I was just mucking around in my inventory after I did some training. Yeah, so this entire time I'm this far through this story, I didn't know you could apply perks.
Not bad for a peasant brat.
It's not over yet, you scum. Now where's my sword? What have you done with it? Talk, you bastard!
I'll see you in hell.
Tell me, do you hear me? Tell me what you've done with it!
I'd say you're flogging a dead horse there.
You took him down. On your own. Well done. Nice work. You surprised me. He was a mountain of a man. Anyway, we found a trunk full of coin down below. Someone was paying this gang very well. There were some of Sigismund's barbarians among them. I don't think we've seen the last of this. Whoever engineered it was highly placed. They won't give up after one defeat. This louse was just a pawn.
I'm afraid you're right, sir. Well, lad, you live to fight another day, eh?
So Sir Radzig advises us that there might be some counterfeit going on. At this point, I thought if you're going to send me out on another mission, I'm going to go get this training because that mission was a little difficult without training. So I learned like the riposte, I learned a couple of combinations, I put some stats, some perks in its stats and stuff, and the combat started to make a lot more sense, and I started to realize that Henry's not necessarily at fault for being bad. It was my fault for not getting him training. The mechanics are actually pretty cool in this game. So yeah, this entire time didn't have perks on, so I got some perks, I got some combinations and stuff for the longsword, and some basic quality of life things, and then I turned up to this town as I got sent here to investigate, and, you know, I'll help your husband get out of bed, is what I was thinking.
Jesus, help!
Yeah, that cross on the door and the corpse I'm holding, plague. Had no idea. I actually ended up dying to that guard when I came back to the town because the wanted level wouldn't go away because I'm playing with a plague buddy. Anyway, I slipped some money to the owner of this place that is harboring this guy who has a letter about the counterfeiting. I took it to Sir Radzig and he advised me what to do next.
I don't know what to do about it except pray.
That's terrible news, Hal. I wish there was something we could do to help them. What about the captive? Did you question him?
He was infected too.
I see. Did he survive?
No, but even dead he was of some use. It seems that bandit was a messenger. He was carrying a letter.
That's interesting. And what's in the letter?
Take a look for yourself, sir.
The names of the sender and recipient aren't written there, just the initials S and T. Seems to have some quarrel between them. This S person is threatening to finish with counterfeiting. Apparently, there's some German knight on the trail of the merchant Menhart. At the time the letter was written, the knight was in the tavern in Sasau asking about him.
That sounds like a promising lead.
Then we had this weird moment. I still don't trust this guy. I don't know why. He's just,
You haven't disappointed me.
you know, like a classic villain, how they like post him up in corners of places, you know, like,
But none of them could find out his
I don't know, I don't trust him.
At least not without beatings and torture. And that doesn't always work. You're a godsend, lad.
Thank you, sir.
Now go and find out who's behind everything, and then we'll deal with them.
Yes, sir.
I actually got ambushed on the way to the inn by people barely dressed in anything, and the skills I have learnt are paying off.
Fuck! Get the knees, have you? Come here! Dear God!
It was daytime by the time I had entered Sassus. I don't know how to say that. And I asked about the night. This dude let me know that he was after some charcoal burners in the region.
Did he give his name? No, frankly, he wasn't the type you want to ask twice. Well, business is business.
And where was it he wanted to go?
Oh, he asked me about a crossroads in the woods north of Rovna. I got the impression he was looking for someone. I know the road's that way, so I advised him to try looking at the charcoal burners junction.
I see. Thank you.
Apparently, getting ambushed is a really common thing, especially people wearing a lot of armor. These guys were actually kind of handy though, because my armor by now was horribly broken, and you know, they contributed a lot to my new armor set. I also learnt, I seen like a quick, like, you know, do this in Kingdom Come, blah blah blah. If you face these guys, you're supposed to use a mace on them, so I kept this little mace on me, and I gotta say, pretty handy for the dudes wearing a lot of armor.
Come here, lily liver. I'm over here. Fuck it.
On top of the fact that I got some armor, I also got like a fair few things to sell. I actually shot my horse, but I think he forgives me. Speaking of that, I linked my account with like the same as the Dead Island account thing, and you get a free thing for your horse. That's pretty cool.
Well, I never. The pig turns up willingly. I'm gonna enjoy this.
So yeah, they contributed greatly to my new armor, and then I went to ride and investigate where this knight had attacked. He made a big mess out here. And then while helping this dude, he showed up. And I gotta say, for an old man, this guy can ride, man.
Where are those sacks you took from the wagon?
Sacks! They're behind the shed. That's him. That's got to be that knight.
Is that all? Did you take anything else?
Fuck! Stop! Stop right there!
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Ah!
Absolutely ankles broken, outplayed. Holy crap.
Done. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter as long as he goes back to the Sasau Inn.
I then ran into some people from the original town, his friends. I ended up getting them work. I skipped all that though. It's a lot of side questing stuff, and then found out this dude's just sleeping up here. He agreed to meet me at the tree. He wanted to have a duel at like dusk or something dramatic, but I just decided to try to beat his ass at night. Probably not the best idea for either of us because it was really dark.
We will talk. Not here, however. The wolves have ears. Let's meet at the pond after sunset. You'll find me waiting by the big willow tree. Look.
Scheiße!
Geh zum Teufel!
He was one tough dude to fight, like even with everything I learned, look at my health. But eventually he did decide to let us know that he'll work with us, but not everything. In fact, he wanted me to kill him right here, right now, but I didn't feel like doing that.
Seems I have finally met my match.
I want to know everything. Who you are, why you're here, and what you know about the ambushed wagon.
I then went back to Radzig to talk to this guy who agreed to meet me in Sassu after I figure out who is behind the copper and other stuff in Sassu. While I was here, I thought I might as well compete in the tournament, like it was already happening, and it was surprisingly like quick, easy. This first dude like stood barely a chance. Then they switch you up and you have to use whatever weapon they choose. Cool concept. It's basically the same training though, it's like a short sword version and you get a shield. I believe they can also use mace, one of the other dudes used a mace, and then someone else chose an axe and shields as well. I'll skip actually every round of this, but long story short, this guy was the reigning champion for a long time, and well, he was good, but nowhere near that old knight.
Curse it!
And the winner of the first bout is Henry of Skalitz.
You did it in the end, Henry.
No doubt you're well satisfied. And I'm sure you'll be happy with this prize.
I certainly am, my lord. Thank you, sir.
Take care now. You think you can just walk off with my prize? Think again, fucker. Fucking come on, then!
On the way back to Sasu, the dude that I beat in the tournament was waiting for me. He ambushed me.
Alla Dopperdelle!
I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of making light work of him, and then as soon as he tapped me once, I realized that he wasn't here to just defend his honor or anything wild like that. No, this man poisoned his sword to try to kill me. And although I beat him, I didn't have an antidote, so eventually I succumbed to the poison. I then decided, he's wearing metal, I'm going to use that mace and absolutely beat his ass.
I'll gut you like a rabbit!
Now that didn't kill him, that knocked him out, so I decided to take his clothes and his weapon, but he still didn't want to give up. I didn't actually intend on killing him, but that knee to the face apparently killed him. A little bit of footwork around Sasu when I found out that this guy is an apprentice metalsmith though, who seems to be getting blackmailed and had a girlfriend stolen. Well, kind of a girlfriend. She was like a bath maid that he kept seeing was stolen. So I figured he's the one doing the counterfeiting. He knows where it's all coming from. And I agreed to go get his girlfriend back.
To arms! Get over here!
Hey! All of you, gather here! Raise the alarm! Alarm! Bring it on! No more fooling around. Missed? Mercy.
I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't even bother chasing that guy. Anyway, I rescued her, and then we just talked crap about that dude that wouldn't come rescue her. It was kind of funny.
However did you find me?
Florian told me where they took you.
I'm a fool. I thought he was just a dandy, God knows why. And it turns out he's a villain in league with thieves. And a coward, too. This whole time he knew where I was.
You're right. If I were him, nothing could have stopped me coming for you.
Exactly. What a pathetic coward. We should probably set off.
So with all that done, he agreed to let me try to find the guy that's blackmailing him. That's him there. He's been following me around town.
Are you Rappator, Mike?
Yeah.
Pardon me? Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that.
Well, I don't have much time right now. I'd best be off.
It'll only take a moment.
This guy's hit legs was trying to get to his horse. I don't know really what he was thinking. But yeah, eventually I caught up with him and he let me know that the people I'm looking for are kind of working out of Scalic's mine or whatever.
No, I give up.
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. Just don't hurt me, please. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both gonna have too many other problems.
It's in the Skullet's mines.
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
An honourable death? No chance. It's the dungeons for you, and the sort of punishment a counterfeiter deserves. Don't worry. In time, you'll be glad of the gallows.
Yeah, I decided to send that guy to jail as well. Then I went and picked up the old knight to go to the mine.
The forgers are sticking close to the supply source. Their workshop is somewhere in the mines. The entrance is on the eastern side of the hill. I've no idea what to expect there, but I'd rather go there with some backup.
I will be glad to give it. Lead on.
Well, I never. The pig turns up willingly for the slaughter.
Alarm!
Gone weak at the knees. No! Raise the alarm! Now. Watch out!
Over here! Where is everyone? Quick! No!
Now you're fucked!
No!
I ain't gonna lie, that was looking a bit bad for a second there.
Well then.
With all them dealt with, we went into the mine.
Jesus Christ. Who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm here at the command of the royal hetman, Sir Radzig Kobyla.
And who's he?
That's no concern of yours.
I'm sure we could come to some sort of agreement. I have plenty of coin.
We can come to an agreement that you'll keep your mouth shut. Please, don't take this personally.
Wait!
What? Do you want to do it? Be my guest. It gives me no pleasure.
You can't kill him. I have orders to take him to Rattay.
That is unfortunate. I have orders to kill everyone involved in this business.
You can't do that!
I have no choice, as you are aware.
Why do you want to kill him? He may have valuable information.
For that exact reason. My master does not wish this man to fall into the wrong hands, especially those of Radzig Kobyla.
You're a traitor.
The world is not so black and white, boy. We were on the same side for a while, but no longer. That is how it goes.
I've beaten you once already. Do you really want to try again?
I have no choice.
You could hang up your sword, stop being a knight.
Why would I do that?
Your age. Every morning you wake up feeling more and more sluggish. Day after day just collecting more grey hair and losing your strength. If you'd been a few years younger, you'd have carved me up. But now, if even a brat like me can trounce you, that's probably the Lord's way of telling you to find a new line of work. It's time to look the truth in the eyes. You've grown too old.
Old I may be, but not so weak as to let mere words defeat me.
Very well. You asked for it, old man.
So it turns out that, I don't know, would it have been better to just kill him back at the Jewel Tree? Either way, this dude was never going to survive this. He was always planning to just kill this guy. He fought valiantly. I kept his sword. I don't know if I'm gonna sell it. Gotta remember that dude somehow.
Please, please, I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement.
You can talk all you like, but not here and not to me. Let's go.
Let's go. Master Fafar is very keen to meet you.
Good work, Henry.
Thank you, Master Fafar. It wasn't easy, I can tell you.
I'll take some men and have a good look around there.
And what should I do?
You should get some rest and go to Rattay. In the meantime, Sir Radzig will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of him.
All right. I'll see you in Rattay.
And that wraps up the counterfeiting.